Let's get on with it. Yo,
Whoa.
I'm Eel.
And I'm Punk.
Together, we're Eel Punk.
You Punk.
You just went with that? You didn't try to stop me?
No.
Okay. But yeah, we made a game in almost 2 months. And this goes into the process, design stuff, what we were thinking, and maybe some tips in here, but there's gonna be a lot of yapping.
Yeah, what we did, how we did, not who we did, but who we are.
Okay. Yeah. This is very serious stuff.
It's so serious, I don't even have clearance to talk about the slide.
Yeah, like, we kind of have to move on. Anyways, here's us in real life.
I'm the ugly one.
Okay, bud. Okay, buddy. Yeah, good humble. Good humble right there. Yeah, so just take your guesses, who's on the left and on the right. Oh, wait, I made Mutex, so I wonder. But yeah, we're basically just comp sci majors who got into some stuff to make games. That's it.
You know you were gonna be making games 10 years ago? I knew I was.
Well,
I'm gonna make games.
Yeah, funny thing about that, it was like in high school, like it was like middle school, start of high school. I was like, I want to make games, and then I sort of just went like, it's gonna shut the hell up. Hey, let's get the idea.
Good idea here.
Okay, pick 3 bad, overdone, uninspired. It's not that it's bad, it's that it's just lazy, low effort roguelikes default to it. What's pick 3? Oh, I'm glad you asked. It's when we should have put a picture of a pick 3. Whatever.
Good.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's basically they give you 3 options to pick from that are upgrades for your character. You will see this everywhere, and it's not bad that it's everywhere. It's just a symptom of like low effort roguelikes, because they will also do that and they won't innovate. I just think it's a lot of waste potential.
When it's natural and it's real, it's cool. But when it's like, oh, it's a roguelike, we got to do the roguelike thing. We got to have the pick 3 because it's the roguelike thing. You're missing the point. You're ignoring the thing that you could be doing.
Yeah, you could be innovating.
You could be doing something unique.
But, you know, we've had this opinion for a while. But the thing that actually made it, like, you know, make us want to make this is it's only a matter of time until a parody is made, because people have started to speak out about it. We had a video that we saw. Of course, there's also the NL clip, for those who know.
Famous bald man, he was crashing out about it.
Yeah,
and it's like, hey, we've also been crashing out about it. Let's make a game about it, because that'd be funny.
I mean, we didn't make it because of that clip. That clip was, like, last November.
Coincidental.
That was also.
Oh, is that old?
Yeah, it's pretty old. It could, like, we started. Yeah, it's been brewing, but the pick 3 video was a bit later, so that's what I was just like, okay, something might happen. Yeah, so we want to beat him to it. As for a track record,
you go first. Mine's dumb.
Okay, so I'm the one on the right.
Yeah, he likes roguelikes. I'm mostly.
One of the first games I ever played was Realm of the Mad God, which, you know, looking back, yeah, that's a roguelike. And I play and love a bunch. I have played more than what I show here, but these are the ones that I've played, like, enough of or beaten. So, favorite one is Noita Eugenics Tide.
Yeah, and he also loves Crawl. I would put Crawl, but he likes it too hard, and I can't play with him because he's just gonna sweep me.
Okay, well, I think you actually have a decent chance. But yeah, I would, on my Switch, I would actually queue up against 3 hard bots by myself and just play by myself. I think I have, like, like 50 hours just doing that.
Wild.
It's fun. I don't know, man. But yeah.
Yeah, as for me, I've been trying roguelikes since 2016, and I kind of hated them because I didn't really spend enough time and effort to get good at them. I just got skill diffed. I wasn't really into Isaac or Gungeon or Crypt or Necrodance or anything. And then post Balatro, it's like, oh, wait, I like poker, so I spent the time and like understood it. And like, oh, let me go back and play some of these. And I only put Rogue Legacy because it's an OG, and I just hung out like 99% of it. So, but I got into Gungeon. I always like Johnny Upgrade. That's like a cool flash game. And Night Rain's sick. No one cares. Next fight.
But Night Rain is cool. Anyways, yeah. So day 1, because we had the idea January 30th. 30th. Oh, hell!
30th.
We had the idea, and then we made a little thing. It's like, okay, weapon balls in the Coliseum with an announcer. We need the announcer because it's funny. And then we started the work the very next day. We got balls bouncing.
Yeah, I literally uploaded the build to him, and he saw the stupid stuff I put in the background. He's like, perfect, and then bam, blasters on that thing.
Yep.
And day one, that's what it looked like.
Yep. Would have made more progress had it not been for a particular game that released around this time, but that's fine. We still got decent stuff done. We basically just... The main thing we did here is iron out all the gameplay foundations and make sure they're all in. Visuals be damned, we'll polish them later. But get the idea across.
Yeah, basically get the horizontal slice as soon as possible, and we kind of figure out what we want from there.
Yep, and just see how it plays, because it's like, okay, is Blaster good here? Is like his sword broken? Like, how does mid-battle scaling work? You know, all the classics. But yeah.
Yeah, so step one, you know, basic weapon attachments, and then basic other enemies to fight. See how that looks, see how that plays.
Yeah, you can see the attachments at the bottom with the lightning strike and the dart. Besides that, the art style... low effort, good energy. It was initially, I just made it because I was mad, and I didn't want to put a bunch of, like, I literally just drew the same thing 4 times because I was mad, and then I turned it into an art style, with, like, there's a little technique in there. It's like you hold 1 frame out of the 4, and then you do the opposite for the wall to make them appear a bit visually distinct, that anything that's a weapon is animated, but yeah, whatever, they're shit.
Yeah. Looks deranged, it looks freaky, looks sick.
Yeah, and I hate how
like actually sick and needs help.
Yeah, but not important thing is to not look like indie horror. Not to look like, oh, it's evil. I just want it to look like off. Not like the game, but like just like off.
If it was on, it wouldn't be, you know. Next slide.
Yeah, man. Bro said next slide.
Next slide, yeah.
Next slide to the worst slide of the entire present.
No, next slide is to this slide. This is like such a dumb. Yeah, we had a 4-week plan. Didn't really work out because we can't really assume we put all the features in. Like we assumed, okay, you know, week 1 put these in, week 2 put these in, and then let's mindless craft, let's team Minecraft. And then no, week 3 it's like, oh, we have half this stuff in, we don't really know how this is gonna work yet. That's not really the reality. You know, the reality is we're building this bridge as we go, and we kind of only know some of the stuff adjacent of what we need to do. We thought we were going to do an iterative model and just kind of iterate on stuff, but instead it's like, no, there's still horizontal stuff to put in the horizontal slice. There's still more things to do.
Stuff. We got, like, you know, we were originally going to have some, like, meta stuff, like cards running away and shit, but we'll get into
silly dumb stuff, like, there is no game, you know, that type of humor.
Yeah, like the one, the Terms of Service game. That one. I remember
that one too,
we looked at that one. But, yeah, we'll get to the, like, why we didn't do that in the design thing.
Yeah, it became less parody, more actual game. Speaking of game, here's the game.
Whoa, okay. Commit all in to pick 3 and make it fun. Everything should be pick 3. Everything should be as much as pick 3 as possible. You like
menu pick 3.
Yeah.
Open the game, it's a pick 3.
You go through like 3 pick 3s before you actually get to gameplay. It's great. But through that, it's just like, okay, we make several progression systems that interact with each other. That's how you do some depth. Ensure multiple viable builds. Make satire roguelikes without being unfun or too blatant. That's where the like cards running away stuff comes into play. We're just like, yeah, it's a one-off thing and it's a small scope game, but like
it doesn't really fit the actual mechanical game we have going on here. Like very quickly we're like, oh, we can just kind of iterate with the mechanic thing. Let's get rid of the silly stuff that doesn't really make sense, and we'll just figure out how to keep the game silly afterward.
Yeah. And overpowered stuff is fine, but as long as there's multiple overpowered things to pick, like there's a lot of variety. Therefore, there's not like a central, oh, just do this every time.
Yeah, our stance on OP-ness is like trying so hard not to laugh. Sorry.
No, why'd you, bro?
It's like, you know, when you're in a PvP game, you don't want something to be too strong, but when it's PvE, sometimes developers just let things strong, like they iron it out. They want to keep things too balanced, and we're okay with things being slightly better as long as there's variety. Like it's not just we don't want the build that wins. We want like 3 builds that can win, and then other ways to do them, or different ways to get there, and different ways to engage with them. That's the end goal here.
That's literally what I say. Anyways, it's fine. Thank you for elaborating.
Yeah, I'm John Elaborate, and this has been Elaboration.
Whoa, coding philosophy. Readability! We don't care! There's 2 of us! As long as we can perceive it, it is fine. As long as it works, and as long as it's pretty, like, simple, then it's fine. We don't need to have neat comments everywhere. We don't need to spend all that time organizing stuff, as long as it's like in the spot it should be. Control F is your friend.
Yeah, let me rant about this for a second. Like, I see
Okay.
so many beginner game dev people and programmer people and like influencers, like, you know, readability is really important. Make sure you have comments and things in there. Like, who cares, man? It's about readability is important, but you misinterpret what it means. It means who's reading it. If you're reading it, design the code in a way that you can read it and easily do things. Don't do things for other people unless you're in a team. And if you're in a team, understand how the team works. Don't like, we use camel case here because that's how we do it in Java. Like, no, bro, know how your team behaves. If your team hates camel case, who cares? Like, I've literally seen people like that. Like, why are you doing this? Who cares, man? And it's like, we're actual programmers. We're not afraid of like C++ stuff. So we're not going to use like and or. We're going to use the stupid symbols because they look cooler and they make sense. And like, I don't need to explain this to you. If it's logical and simple, it makes sense anyway.
Yeah. Modularity. That's the most important thing. That if you are getting into game development and programming, I would focus less on the readability thing and more on modularity and scalability. Design your system so that you can reuse them for several situations. Like, you have one projectile script that has a bunch of configurable variables that you can use to, like, okay, does it boomerang? How long does it last? Does it do damage? What's its damage multiplier? Does it proc things? You know, that stuff. Because that saves the most time by far. And
modularity is by far the main reason you can ship something on time and like actually get things done.
Yep. And don't be afraid to get dirty.
Yeah.
Especially if it's small scope.
Like this.
Oh yeah, like a few things. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, because we're learning as we go. It took me a month to really get comfortable in the code base because I just did more technical under the engine things. Anything design wise, I might have started it and then Alex would just kind of work on it and then maintain it. So for me, I didn't really do many modular things until the later half. And it's like, it just takes a minute. And once you get used to like interacting in a big code base and knowing where things are and knowing how it works, like it's really okay. And like refactoring wouldn't really change much. Putting things in a nice, neat little method wouldn't really change much. And there's reasons to do that in given situations, but like, it just depends on who you are and what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Yeah, it all depends. Boom.
Anyway, let's talk about a few of these because they're funny.
What?
Look at that. See the forbidden measures get parent? That is the get parent apocalypse. Because I love hierarchy systems. And I love when you have to put a child in to get something.
What? It gets worse. But yeah, this is just classic. Honestly, this like, I've seen spaghetti worse than this. Also, kind of, you give me some flack on that bottom one of the player ball. What does that do? Oh, the black. Wait.
Oh, it's because I needed the black fade.
Did you do that? Yeah, you did that. Or wait, did I? Whatever.
Well, I put in black fade and then you reworked something because you wanted it to run a specific time, and then you made it if to pass because you wanted else.
Yeah, I did it
and
because.
Like, why would you just do that? But there is a funny math.
No, I added the on last chance. That's what it was, because it was playing.
Oh
it was playing every time when they died, and not when they were on their last life. So honestly, it was whatever. We both whatever. Yeah. Here's the gameplay loop. The actual like fun stuff. On the right, you have a GIF of an entire run, so enjoy. You pick your weapon and color, enemy champion, repeat. That's that little chart at the top. It's ... big ... big ... Every enemy fight is a best of 3, but you only need 1 for champions. And then after each enemy, you visit a reward location, 1 of 3 at the bottom. We will get there.
Yeah, let's get there.
Let's get there. But first, the weapons of the bosses. Whoa. Or we call them champions because it's cooler.
Yeah, we renamed them midway through.
Yeah, because like you know, champions. Like it's this like underground fighting type of whatever.
Yeah, Loki had the whole like wrestling match, boxing match influence. You know, like you're in the ring.
Big time. It's great. I love it. As for the weapon design themselves, of course, weapon balls, classic weapon balls. But most of the ones in like stuff like ear clacks, they're very random. And if you translate that to gameplay, that might be frustrating because it's like very unpredictable. So most of them are more controlled, more predictable, but still have variants, except for Shotgun, who's just completely random.
I mean, you can still work with it, but yeah.
Yeah, there's ways to bypass the shot. Like, there's still ways to build it, even though it is the most random of the bunch. So,
honestly, I wouldn't even call it random. I just call it like semi-uncontrollable, hard to control, high entropy.
You're such a nerd. I'm just saying random because the outcome of the same fight could very more.
Yeah, but entropy is cool. It sounds cool. It sounds like we're smart and
my
intelligent, which we're not. We're
God,
trying to tell
bro.
people that we are.
Oh my God, bro. What is he? Each weapon plays differently. The favors
Run
different
is unique.
stats. Every run is different. Here,
Every run is different.
here at your roguelike deck builder, we're not a deck builder. Every weapon plays differently, and every run is different. Infinite replayability. Anyways, tried to make each weapon favor different things. One other thing to note in design comparison: Earquax has gravity. We do not. Therefore, instead of gravity, I added momentum to force melee engagements more. But don't worry about that. Bosses. Yo, look at Evan. It's Evan in 2 fights.
It's Evan.
Dude, I have fucking Fred due tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they have default white guy names because it's funny. That's it. It would just be. I just thought, wouldn't it be funny if that was probably the design philosophy for 40% of the things in the game, which is a good goal actually. They're all unique. They have themed gimmicks, but notably they're designed so that they have counterplay and that they don't have any terribly good matchups. Like, every weapon has a chance, and if your weapon is slightly unfavored, like Claw versus Fred, there's things you can do to itemize around it. There's no, like, absolute losses.
I agree.
Thanks for your input. The enemies themselves. So, you pick your enemy. Out of 3. Out of 3, bro. Holy shit. How they scale during the run, though, is they get these things called investment points, and they use them depending on their archetype. As you can see top right, you have Cutthroat, which puts it into rotation speed. You have, like, Sniper that puts it into damage but slows them down. You have Assassin that puts it into damage, makes them faster, but reduces their health. There's a bunch. So, scaling is basically end up to do not pick the combination of weapon and archetype that kills you, which is great.
Yeah, you should press that button.
Yeah, let's go ahead and watch a fight, shall we? This is at the very start. Like, this is the very first fight in a run, so no funny business going on.
You got Chakram v Sword.
Chakram versus Sword. Who will win?
Most boring match ever.
Yo, it's chill on it, bro. It's at the very start. It's also, like, it's...
Also Chakram.
Yeah, like, bro, it's also not Claw. Claw's the only one that has fun early fights. Or, like, I mean, not fun, but, like, fun looking. This is still
fun to watch.
Yeah, fun to
watch.
watch.
Because Claw just zooms around, yeah.
Yeah. The other
Chakram is like a slow chip, you know, slowly
yeah,
gonna kill your
it
enemy.
kites you, yeah. And then Sword is just, like, the good old honest.
And Sword's melee, so it's like, yeah.
Ah! We're back. Okay.
We're back.
Technical difficulties. You fight them to gain stats and fans. We'll elaborate on fans in a little bit. And then you beat them to gain gold and a reward location. Now, you might notice at the top right, I should have had a static image so it's easier to see.
You can see it.
It's always Blacksmith, Retrospect, Fan Club. The left always goes Blacksmith, middle, Retrospect, right, Fan Club. So you could theoretically route anywhere you want. You just have to beat what's guarding it. So, you know.
And sometimes the reward, it's like a whole tension thing going on. I want this reward. I want to go to this place, but I don't know if I can beat that lineup. Or with, especially with that archetype that's present.
Yeah, this is the lineup. Yeah. What? Oh.
Oh, it crashed.
Oh, it like messed up the. Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. It messed up the transition that I worked so hard on. Anyways, the stats now in between each round of an enemy, because if you remember, the enemies are best of 3 fights. So after each round, even if you lose, you get to pick a stat increase from 3.
Whoa.
And they could have rare versions, so like you could have a rare speed roll and a common speed roll, or an epic speed roll. But some have base rarities, so Whimsy is rare plus. We got standard stats, but we also have some absurd ones, and I'll give you a bit more time. Pause the video. Go ahead, take the challenge. Try to guess every stat name you say. Take the challenge.
Guess every stat name.
Guess every stat name. 3, 2, anyways. I'm assuming they already paused. I'm just gonna say it. Okay, top to bottom, left to right. Oh, I can use my cursor too. Yeah. Oh, is it not? I wonder if it's picking up my cursor. Anyways. Damage. Health. The will to proceed.
Yellow column.
Really? What if they're colorblind?
Yeah. The skill issue.
No, you can just say second column. Anyways. Rotation, speed, redirects. Hype,
Purple.
Whimsy, Glint.
Is that not purple to you anyway?
It's pink, but yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
We're not having this again. We're not having this fucking...
Leave a comment below. Is it purple or pink?
I'm not having this bullshit again.
I'm on team purple, bro. Hit me up if you're on team purple.
I went through a stream
Purple
of this,
gang,
bro.
purple gang.
It was pink, anyways. And then emptiness is the last stat. And one stat is randomly chosen as the fan favorite stat for the run, which you can see top right. It's hidden. Hey, we'll get to that. The first...
Oh man, the Smith.
Oh yeah, the first reward location. The Blacksmith. You spend gold to get attachments. These are like... Think of kind of like your risk of raid items. Like your odd hit effects. Like your tri-tips. You got your passive effects, which just give passive things. Odd shoots, I guess, like risk of raid, like maybe bro, behemoth, I don't know, but you get that deal. It's like an odd shoot thing instead of an odd hit. Same logic. You equip up to 3, you store up to 6, and the main thing is you can merge them of the same rarity, kind of like
2048.
yeah, that or auto chess or TFT or whichever flavor. And also a bank was added later in an update to invest the gold that you have not spent. But you might notice the top right GIF, and you might be like, oh, but you don't like those like low effort roguelike games with like no good economy and you spam rerolls, but I see right here you're rerolling a lot. Curious. This is what we call a high roll. That's a lot of money. You usually only get 2 gold for beating an enemy. So a lot of things had to go right for me to be rolling that much.
Stocked up.
Yeah, I'm stocked
And
up.
in the Smith, you can reroll with either joy, which is your normal currency, or pounds of gold, which is the restocking. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have like, if you get a lot of gold from like a, so there's a few things that could do it. That like the high roll is pretty good. All right, the ref's booth.
The best one.
Yep.
Well, no. It's my second favorite.
Okay, I thought the GIF wasn't working. It just like started. Okay.
Yeah.
Here you pick an augment for free, and these are like your, well, aptly named, leagues like, or roguelike modes have literally augments, and it's a similar logic, which they're unique buffs and effects.
With
like,
the Spire Relic system, kinda.
Yeah. They're a bit like, yeah, I guess. It's that type of thing. They're very, very specific and unique. In the case of this game, though, they all stack. So you could start getting some silly stuff, and overall it ties together everything. It's the cherry on top to all the connections, because it fills in any gaps of like, oh, what do we do with it? If we have a bunch of nothing to use with our emptiness build, we aren't going to spend our money. So how do we use our money? And then there's an augment that helps you build around that. That's
there's basically augments that control a bunch of different aspects of the game horizontally, like mechanically speaking. So if you tend to neglect one type of thing, there might be an augment you can get to help that, or help what you're trying to do.
Forgot about my 3 p.m. alarm, sorry.
Are you awake?
No.
You fall asleep mid-presentation.
Why did it? Dude. It on full screen, by the way. Dude. And then the last thing is also each of these reward locations revolves around the currency. Last it was gold. This is joy, which is what you usually use to reroll, because reroll makes
there's a stat hype that helps increase joy gained when you win a match.
Oh, so that's not even worth it. That's fans. Okay, we'll get there. But at the ref's booth, if you have 50% or more joy, it auto spends it to guarantee epic or above augments, respectively.
Yeah.
So your reward for sticking with what you got and not spam rerolling is really cool and fun stuff. So, you know, it's great. We love it. Now for the fan club, which is the most mechanically unique one to the game.
This is my favorite one.
Yeah, it's the most unique one, like, in terms of the game. So, you have the same 3... Did I really not get a picture of the actions you can take still? Whatever.
Put in post.
Oh, yeah, I could put it in post.
Put in post.
You have the same...
Whoa, look at that image. Wow, what a great image.
Hey, okay, you could let me fucking talk. I swear to God. You could talk to me in the future later, bro. It's fine. The same 3 actions available every time, so it's not really a pick 3. It's like a menu, kinda. It's kind of just like that. But you could only do 2 per visit. You could either turn fans into stats, turn stats into fans, or re-roll the fan favorite stat, which also reveals it. What is the fan favorite stat? If you remember, we mentioned it earlier. Woohoo. Foreshadowing. When
Whoa.
you gain the stat, it gives you extra fans, and when you lose the stat, it takes away fans. You have to find it out yourself by either picking it or revealing it through this, and they help you out mid-fight. In the bottom right GIF, that's the person has
Fandom.
negative hype to purposely turn off their fans so that their run would stop lagging, so that they could do the rest of their god run. Also, they're off the map, but we don't worry about that. I'll probably put in post like an actual like fan build thing. But yeah.
Look at that fan build. Anyway.
Wow, look at all those effects. Now, speaking of the man of the hour, the ref himself. So,
Who's this dapper fellow?
I wonder. Yeah, it's you. Wow. Wow, it's you. Whoa.
Whoa.
I word rotoscoping just to do this, so that's why there's like the rotoscope animations are pretty short, and I blended them in with like idles, like a 2-frame wobble idle. So basically, he'll go from a rotoscope animation into a still, as a sort of like band-aid thing. Because yeah, they take a long time if you've never done it. Especially if I have to draw the stripes on the shirt that doesn't fucking exist, and I have to use that bottom left picture as a reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, he's the mascot for the game, basically. He loves picking from 3 options, and he commentates your run. He says a bunch of funny stuff. You've probably seen him in the previous thing, but it's where most of the satire is going.
He says funny stuff when you're doing them.
Yep.
That's the joke.
And, well, yeah. Nice simple thing. Anyways. Leave your ref thirst traps below.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
The
Whoa.
music. What you have been hearing for the past however long this has been going is the music of the game made by Mortar99, who is goated. He also made the Mutex Plus soundtrack.
Yeah. So how it went is, we had a vibe we were going for. He was inspired by what's a Pokemon song? Pirate Town.
Pirate Town from Pokemon Coliseum, yeah.
Yeah, so I listened to that. I recorded a few sample stuff, sent it to him. We iterated, and then one night it's like, all right, we need to get this done. So I went over to his house, brought my keyboard, and for like 13 straight hours, just worked on iterating on the song, cleaning up stuff, rewriting bass line parts, all the stuff, man. So tiring. And then we had it.
Yep, and it sounds pretty good. We were gonna have more variants of like adding and removing instruments, but we ended up only having a few. But it's fine. It's a smaller scope game. A lot of the part of the design process was scoping down. Like, fun fact, we were gonna have 20 bosses. We have 4. We cut down a lot.
Yeah, we did have to cut down a bit of stuff to make sure we get it done on time, but also it fits the game very well, and we balance to it.
Yep, and also it's a $3 game, which we put that price tag because it's funny. We probably could have sold it for like $4.99, but like it's 3 flat because it's funny. So
yeah, I had a friend tell me like I didn't even know you can make a Steam game exactly $3.
Oh yeah, you can make whatever the price you want. We could make our next game like $6.25. There's nothing stopping us.
Yeah.
In fact, wait, what if we start doing that?
Ooh, maybe.
That
next time.
Anyways, yeah, next time. Oh, the bell tolls.
Oh no.
Yep. All right, get him, nerd.
All right, let me put on my glasses. 4 Eyes is ready.
4 Eyes is ready.
We did not do a formal design doc. Ooh. We did not do code documentation. Ooh. Yeah, we didn't really need to. First time doing this, first time working on a project from start to finish together. So, we got to really learn what we're doing, how to work with each other, how to communicate, how we do these things. And code documentation, honestly, I think would have gotten in the way. And because it's small scope, we didn't really need to. Now, it's not like we didn't have a document of just ideas. Like, we had a Google Doc of just a bunch of MISC stuff going on there.
Oh, that's a classic I've been doing.
Yeah.
I just put it in there. Whenever we have a new idea, I'm just like, okay, make the Google Doc. And we just put stuff in there. And we kind of just go with it. Not, I don't want to say go with the flow, but, like, you just make a little concept. You can't do much. Like, if you have an idea, Doc, you don't want to, like, iron it out too much before you actually make anything. Because then you could just waste a bunch of time. But yeah,
Yeah, you can't really think it's going to be a perfect little creation if you're not even in engine yet. You know, you really got to test it out. So we kind of just spitballed a lot. I mean, I spitballed a lot on there,
Oh, it's the
and we kind of
classic.
took what was good and just kind of started like, oh, let's start with what we think could work, and then go from there.
Yep.
Some people get really weird and annoying about like documentation and design docs and methodologies. It's not really that deep. Depends on the project, your scope, and most importantly, the team you're working on.
Yeah, I think this goes back to the code design thing, which is just
Yeah,
like, it
yeah,
depends on who you're working with. Just do what works for you.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're done with this. Yes!
I think we're
Yes!
done. Yeah, we talked about most of it
The
earlier. No one
boring
cares about
software
agile.
engineering shit, yes! Me when
Fuck
waterfall.
business.
I have a waterfall model for my pants.
Let's talk business.
Let's talk business.
What's your favorite crayon flavor?
Mountain blue.
That's not a real.
They removed
Anyway,
it. They
so,
removed the fucking color, Matt. They removed
How
the
do you
color.
remove a color?
They did. I don't know.
You can't remove a color.
But they did. I miss it. Anyways.
What did it taste like?
Fuck, it's been so long.
Mountains in blue mountains. Anyway.
Whoa.
Well, Alex was designing stuff midway through development. I was doing all the business junk, setting up the paperwork, doing taxes. I was literally late to working on the soundtrack with Mortar because I was filing tax information.
Yep.
Wow.
So we like actually did business stuff, which is a little jarred for me, but you know what? It
really isn't that hard. You just kind of tell them what to do, and if you do it wrong, they email you or call you, and you just answer, and you're like, okay, and then you go do the thing, and it's, yeah.
Yep. So
Low quarters.
the top right was our initial thing. It was literally the game where you pick from 3. We'll explain why we did that and what happened. Okay, don't do that.
I guess we're sorry.
Yeah, so even though if I were to play Devil's Advocate, hey, the game where you pick from 3 is a perfect description for the game. They don't like
Sure,
that.
buddy.
It is. I will like. It doesn't have information about the game itself. It does. It's what you pick, anyways. But like, of course,
Yeah,
they
we got a
want.
scary email from Steam.
Yeah,
Like,
they want
hey,
more from that.
Here's your description.
And the reason we wanted to we set this placeholder early is due to their 14-day rule and also the delay for business. The day until assets get approved, which is your store page has to be visible. Oh my god, hold on.
It's killing you.
Dude, I'm dying from Steam rules. Oh god, wait, image resolution. That was even. Oh, let me get some water.
It's gonna start bleeding. But yeah, so originally we're gonna have April 8th. After it took a day or two to get approved for the redesign of our store page, new release date became April 10th, which is a month and a week exactly from the start of development.
It fucking like unfull screen, so I had to. Whatever. Fucking.
Are you the high cortisol meme right now?
Yes, with this. Oh, like, why is it's full screen? Damn it. Anyways, but about the Steam rule thing, your store page has to be visible for 14 days before it can release. This is a hard limit, and submitting your assets for the first time, it takes like several days to approve. So for our lineup, due to like business stuff, we had to have like our full business stuff set up before we could even put the game page out. Where it's like, okay, make a placeholder, get it out the first time, and then edit it for free. However, the placeholder got shot down, so.
Yeah, our development cycle is a little unusual because we're going super fast. And this will probably happen again. Not the messing up, but like normally, you know, you release a game every few years or something, or even like every 8 months, you know, a bit longer than 2, right? Normally you like make it formal, you have the trailer up early, you do the little next fest, you have the little demo, you do all these things, make it a big as much as you can, and then boom, release it.
Yeah, but
Instead,
no one
like,
knows us, bro. So like, we didn't do that.
Yeah, we're like, we just got to get this out there. We need to make sure we know how to work with each other and make sure that we can actually do this, and this is the right thing for us.
We know how to work with each other. There's several projects that are to not be
named,
named,
but like a full 100%.
Yeah,
with
full
each
100%.
other.
You know, like from start to finish. I get you. And it was also
the main
like,
thing, we're moving so fast. We're literally building assets as they're getting ready.
Yeah. Great speed. Why is this cyan? What did you do to this?
I told you about this anyway.
What do you mean you told me about? What did they?
I said I thought you were selected, but your color was green. I'm like, I don't know why it's selected anyway. Clearly.
Who the fuck painted my text box cyan, bro? Okay. The pre-release crunch. We had to rush a lot to get remaining features in, also to get a trailer that shows the game off. I had to crunch hella for the horizontal slice. Now, granted, this all could have been like uncrunched by literally giving us like an extra week or so. But we were, you know, first time. We're just speedrunning it. We set ourselves.
Yeah, we
a
need
new
to
thing.
make sure. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's really cool to release it in 2 months. So let's try to do that.
Yeah, and also the whole menu and achievements thing. Yeah, the main menu that you see when you boot up the game, we made that an hour before we released the game. So
Yeah. I was crunching very hard getting the save system in.
yeah.
We had moments like that week before where it's like, okay, we might not actually release the game with a save system.
Yeah.
Because it was rough.
It was dire, but you know.
I went from JSON to trying something else, and then I ended up settling on like a resource file, figured out how to make that work, then configured all the variables to do that, 62 variables, and then added more. It was a whole thing. And then got config working. Config was easy though.
Yeah, then you just pull it through. If you've ever procrastinated on shit, you're probably gonna be good at crunching. So you know what? And sometimes you will have to crunch. It's inevitable.
Yeah, this is a high pressure situation. I don't know if people who can't handle stress. I don't think you could.
I mean,
this.
to be fair, you could just, if you don't want to crunch, you could just like plan a bit in advance. Like have things ready more. Like you don't.
Yeah.
It's not like to make a game you have to crunch, and if you're a little wuss, then you're not gonna be ready for it. Like no, you could just.
Yeah,
you just have to plan enough to make sure a crunch doesn't happen, because it could just sneak up on you, and all of a sudden you're crunching for your life. So
yeah, but because we wanted this release date and we wanted to like get this done ASAP, it just kind of was a consequence of our own actions.
Yep, classic. Now
But the other high tense is launch date information. You know, launch date 10 a.m. Eastern, and we worked on the main menu at 8:20, finished at like 8:28.
Yeah.
I had 3 close saves where I bricked something like an hour before release. I had like an invalid file path set up on the Steam game boot. I had to figure out what that meant because I just had to learn how to do that, what it was. I accidentally put in achievement integration wrong. I needed a one-liner to fix it. So like for 2 minutes, Alex was like, the game doesn't work anymore. And I'm like, bro, we're releasing in less than an hour. And then the other funny one is the pause menu permanently froze the game.
Oh yeah. It's like, relax, I'll handle it. Yeah, I figured it out. However, the one problem is after, because I of course pulled an all-nighter to get the release. So after release, I went to go take a nice big sleep. I do not take good naps, so I was going to be out for a while. Turns out, we watched V.98, not 1.0, and I have the 2FAC on my phone. So he could not, he was just sitting there in purgatory for like
2-3 hours.
Yeah, 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Miraculously I woke up, probably because a bunch of disturbances just passively woke me up, but thank God.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was a horrible 3 hours. Anyway.
But like after that,
pretty good.
It was good. Now these numbers in a vacuum, you know, you wouldn't say this is a success, but in our eyes, at least in my eyes, it is a success.
No, in my eyes too.
Because we were nobodies, we didn't do that much marketing. Like, yeah, we like buried. I mean, we did a little bit, but like we didn't do that much. And like, I definitely could have done more. But it's like a very quick game, and despite that, it's selling its stuffs. It's doing good, and we shipped a content update that people like it. All of our friends loved it. People love the art style, which has led me to learn about energy over quality when it comes to art, where it's more about doing a strong style instead of the actual like quality of the animation or the sprites. So that will be useful for future things.
Yeah, I was very surprised at the insane positive feedback we got. I didn't think the game was fun until 3 days before release.
To be fair, I poked some stuff like right before release, like some.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I had to play it to get some footage, so I made a few changes. But yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be decent, but like I didn't expect everyone in the friend group to like it.
For the most part, yeah. Some of my friends who like roguelikes are like, this is genuinely a fun game. I'm just gonna start playing every now and then. And I'm like, wow, thank you.
Wow.
It's weird.
Only other thing. Reviews. PSA. If you are supporting indie games, if you play an indie game, and you think it's good, leave a review. It does so much. The
Yeah,
Steam
you get an
loves it.
insane algorithm boost after 10 positive, and then after 50.
Yep.
50 is kind of out of your hands, but I mean, if it's in at like 48, like, bro, if you like the game, do it a favor. But
Yep.
like, especially if it's stuck at like 5 or less reviews,
Bro, get
it's
that to
not
10.
going to go anywhere until you get 10.
Yep, you gotta help, because it will do so much. And make, like, you can even make the reviews just like, you know, you can leave some negative things in there, but just like be honest, and that's like a strong review. You don't have to glaze the game and be like, this game saved my family, saved my cat from a burning building, revolutionized how I think about roguelikes forever.
Yeah, like, I hate reviews like that. Literally be honest.
Well, yeah, because also sometimes those are just bot reviews.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very important. So what now? Ooh, all these screenshots. That's what's now. We're not gonna narrate. What's my favorite one? Ooh, wait, let me look at them real quick. I forgot these.
I love the original epilepsy warning I made in the bottom corner.
I think that was more carried by the sound effect associated with it.
True.
Because it was copyright, so we had to remove. But you put the like the I don't know. I think. Oh, there's a few. Man, put up a tier maker tier list real quick. That's fine. My upload one in post. Just like despair might be back. That's probably an S. Why'd you say it like that? It's like a strong high A.
Your tween crashed out was so funny.
Oh, the tween, yeah. This rage cannot be, yeah.
The amount of times he texted me about like working on a tween. That's like a engine way of like doing a math linear interpolation kind of. Anyway, yeah, he like had issues setting it up like pretty much every time, and it was just very funny.
Yeah, and the fix was so stupid, but definitely the data type is fucking 4. That's like,
oh, yeah,
that's definitely up there.
Yeah, because the way the engine reads certain stuff when I was trying to get data from a JSON before I gave up and switched to a resource that runs so much better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, Retrospect. Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Previous engine experience helped a lot. Because before this, we worked on several games. Not many have seen the light of day, but that's how it goes. And of course, before this, I worked on Mutex Plus, which was in Unity, but... Hold on.
Oh.
Dude, dude, the alt tab, is that just on my... What is causing that? They want me dead! Anyways.
Because you spoke bad about Unity.
I didn't even speak bad about Unity yet.
It's because you mentioned Unity.
Oh, that's true. Anyways. Yeah. Yes, Mutex Plus was in Unity, however, like, learning the game engine fundamentals does carry over a little bit, though I had to make a few things at Godot before I could get together. But yeah.
Yeah. Game engine fundamentals is probably the bread and butter to making a game at a reasonable pace and making it successful. Like, knowing the tools in your arsenal and knowing how to use those tools correctly. I've listened to, like, veterans give talks about, you know, game design and developer tools in the 90s, and it's like, yeah, I think of huge issues when someone on the team uses a tool incorrectly, and over time, that will spiral into, like, a very weird series of issues that, like... and really interact with each other and make a huge buggy mess.
Imagine like watching videos about that stuff.
Yeah, imagine doing research and listening to like actual veterans and business leaders. Yeah. Read business literature if you're trying to start a business, bro. It's so useful. Management, team stuff, team dynamics. Those are really useful. Really good skills. I'm surprised people don't really plug them often. But like if you are interested, like yeah, you really should look into that.
I would never look into that probably. I'm just a cog in a machine.
Just another ant.
I'm just another ant. I get deployed. I sit in there. I'm just like, I must make them move. Wow, they're moving. Nice. Yeah. Let's make them shoot. Wow. Platformer.
Anyway, wonderful. Yeah, really recommend small scope. People overhype small scope. And it's like, oh, why did you say overhyped? And it's like, well, I think they do it wrong. I think they say, like, do small scope, and then they just do 4 game jams. And it's like, if you need to get started, that's perfectly fine. If you want to learn a game engine, that's perfectly fine. If you need practice working with other people and meeting people, you know, yeah, no problem. But, like, if you're serious and want to actually do something, you need to scope up. You don't just do a week-long project, man. You do a month-long project, a 2-month-long project.
Yep.
And if you need to ease up to that, then like by all means do that. But you got to take the initiative to do like a small scope that's more than just something you work on for a weekend or a week.
Yeah, a little higher than the game jam, but less than like a full-ass passion project is a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
important line to walk. Because game jams are pretty helpful. I mean, I did one for extra credit, but I'm out of college by this point. But there's still, I wouldn't go out of my way to go to one now, but that's probably because I have games out at this point, so I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah, and we have other
If you
bigger
need
things we
to-
could be working on.
Yeah, if you need to ease in, because also you could find people to make games with through game jams.
Which is the
probably.
main reason you do a game jam. It's
Yeah.
to meet other people if you want a community aspect, you know?
Yeah, because connections are everything. Just like for success in general, like, oh, your game could be cream of the crop. Doesn't matter if like you don't know anybody to market it, or if like you don't market it, or like no one popular sees it, you know. It's the connections really end up, even if like it doesn't have to be, oh, I need a popular person to play my game. You could just have like a network of people, or like a network of friends that, you know, play your game, or at least spread the word a little bit, you know. Everything
Yeah,
counts.
give honest feedback.
Yes.
That's really important.
Everything counts. And of course, try to avoid scoping up. I could have a whole presentation about the one more thing.
Yeah.
Which is just like these little tiny things that add up to big things. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna do this. It's just one more thing. It's gonna take 30 minutes. And then you do 30 of those. It starts adding up. So yeah, but that's for, I could do a whole thing about that. But yeah.
But yeah, don't scope up when you're new to this thing. And then what I learned is genuinely, if you're in a team, even if it's just one other person, learn how to work with them. I think some people don't really learn how to work with another one, or they just kind of over time forget it, or some issue happens. Like I've seen dev teams split up, like old Rock Band split, and it's just like I don't get it, man. Why don't you just learn how to work with them? Or maybe they just don't like them. Maybe there's fundamental issues with those people, and like, okay, it's pretty hard, but like, it's important to just learn how you do something with another person, and you shouldn't do a big project for that. You should do something small, especially if it's like two programmers who think differently and like might butt heads. You know, find how you can do compromises and, you know, keep it professional-ish where you're okay listening to criticism. Like if you can't take criticism and negative feedback, you probably can't do anything. Like, just gonna be real. I don't know how you could grow without taking information.
Like, you just do like a rock band. Like, how can I make this about music, bro? Whatever, man.
I don't know, man. It's just part of my soul. I just love
Dude,
music.
it's like a rock band, bro. We're such a team. You on the guitar, playing your strings. Wait, bars.
Me on the drums, keeping the beat.
That's not a variable type. Oh my god, you messed up the whole thing.
Oh.
Oh my.
Yeah, but just vary it. Just vary it.
Me playing my integers. Yo, that.
Is that not what a keyboard is anyway?
I don't know. That's it, though. We will be making more things. So, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more
You just
things.
clapped it in the mic?
Yeah? Did you actually hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, I did it earlier. Did you hear it then?
No.
So the weak-ass clap I do comes up, but not like the... Like, you didn't hear that. Whatever. But yeah, so subscribe for more. We will be posting stuff on this channel from now on, and there will be more projects.
Gotta get those wish lists somehow. We need followers.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But also...
Say bye to Alex. He's my favorite. Bye, Alex.
Bye, Alex. Wait, that's me. Bye, me.